Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I'm just going to give it like a good minute or so that every one of you can join in. Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I hope you all are fine. It's like 4 a.m. in Singapore, and they say 4 a.m. is a good time to channel. So ask me any question, guys. I mean, of course, limit it to non legal and pregnancy questions. So I'm going to just give it a minute or so until all of you join in. Recently, I shared an article about twin flame walk ins, and I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of questions on that as well. So I am just going to. So, how has your twin flame journey been so far? I know this year has been interesting. There have been peaks of unions and there also has been peaks of separation. So there are many categories of twins, there are many groups of twins. So, you know, so it will be hard to give a general reading, as you know. Usually, when I do a collective energy read, it would be on the general, like the most general energies that I feel. Yes, someone asked me a question. Oh, I do have to refresh my comments box. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, I guess I will just talk general stuff about twin flames. All right. There are there are many kinds of twin flames, and the most common one is understood as one soul being split into two bodies. There is another group of twin flames called monadic twin flames as well. They are born in one cosmic egg as two separate bodies. So they always incarnate separately since the time of their creation. And so that's a very interesting twin flame group. All right. Hello, Marin. Your question is, will I soon meet the man who'll be there for me? Who will be for me? um yeah, of course you will meet the man whom you deeply desire. I think I'll give it 3 to 6 months. I see this good looking guy who's tall, handsome, maybe even blonde hair. So, Marion, you are in for a treat, and this connection would be with you for the long haul, so that would be good. All right. Hi, Ollie Yoli. Any guidance on my for my journey, please? I think you should just hang in there and do your best and not worry too much about the outcome, because focusing on the outcome will actually mess up the divine plan. Because what happens with our thoughts is our thoughts generate our future. So if you keep focusing on the outcome, you kind of repel it away because it's not coming from a place of um, high vibration. Rather, it's more like, oh, I want the outcome. It's more of an ambitious drive. So I think the advice I could give you would be keep calm, do what you're doing, keep loving yourself, contribute to the community, engage in activities that would take your mind off your significant other, and then you would manifest a lot of magic. Hi, MJ. Hi, Jackie. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear you guys are in separation. It is painful, and there are going to be many phases of pain. Phases. The thing about twin flame separation is it comes in bolts. Like sometimes you might be feeling like, oh, I have it under control. Sometimes you may be feeling like you're totally not under control at all. So, this is the time that you really have to connect to the divine, the universe, or depending on your faith, you got to pray, in other words, like have a conversation with the universe to guide you through this. So, Jackie, I hope that would help. Amy Lewis, how does one know which type of TF they have? We have got amazing readers here. You can always ask one of them. And actually, you would know for yourself because there's a huge group of monadic star seeds um, who are from the stars. So the star seeds would actually know that they are on mission because it's pretty clear cut in that way, because you would know from your experience. You'd be different to fellow earthlings in terms of your experience with love, life, and everything in general. Another big giveaway would be having dreams. Like your dreams would give it away, like if you're a star seed twin flame, you would have dreams of your significant other and other planets, and there'll be a lot of signs. Like it could even be like a mole on your neck which your twin flame might have. It could be anything. Split twin flames, that those are souls that have always incarnated as one body, but they have split. And these twin flames go through a whole set of like pain, because it's very difficult to be separated, right? Whereas monadic twin flames are born that way, like they are born as two souls, but they were created in one cosmic egg. So that's the difference. Hi, Simona. Thank you and happy Thanksgiving to you. Hi, Isabella. Hi, beautiful Annie. Hello. Ofega, hello. Yeah, guys, please read the description in featured, because I'm here to take any questions about twin flames, especially the general ones, so that we could, help everyone who is watching this video. What device? Isabella asks me, what device do I need right now in my TF journey? Like, what device? You mean like an iPhone or something? um, I think you mean device in a metaphorical sense. I think right now you don't really need a device in your team twin flame journey. I think what you need is rather a little detachment from the twin flame journey itself, because I feel that you're being a little too attached, and this is also something that I would like to share with you guys in general, because when you are too attached to the twin flame journey, you actually tend to prolong your union in uniting, and that separation phase actually can last for years. Like, if you know that you're a twin flame, acknowledge it, understand it, get over it, and move on, and let the universe do the magic for you. Rather than obsessing over it, you're just doing more harm than good. Or Marini is near. It could be even, like timelines are tricky. So I'm giving you like 3 to 6 months, something general, but you could have your person even earlier. Hi, Jill. We are in separation, but I have been working hard on myself. Will my twin flame tell me how they feel about me soon? You see, the thing about working hard on yourself, the moment you tell me you're working hard on yourself, it is like an ambition, like you're trying to get there so that your twin will talk to you. Like, why are you working hard on yourself? Are you working hard on yourself, for your empowerment, or are you doing it for your twin? And if you're just doing it for your twin, then it's going to take a while before you realize this, and then your twin talking to you. But looking at your Agashik records, I would say In a while, you got to be patient because they your person seems rather a little confused at this moment. And the thing is, when you think about your twin too much, you tend and the thing about twins is, for any kind of twin flames, we are all telepathic. So when you're constantly thinking about them, but from a state of desperation or from a state of, oh, will I be with you, then they're going to feel it too, and that's going to repel them away. But instead, you should detach that 3D version of your person and instead just focus on their multi-dimensional selves. So, like, you should be thinking, like, I'm not in separation. My twin is with me right now. Like, my twin is seated next to me. Like, my twin is, like, following me to work, is always watching me. You have to, like, shift your mindset to that notion. So, I hope I answered your question, Jill, because you really got to um, stop chasing the outcome, or, like, when, especially like how they're going to feel about you. They have to come at their own time, and that is very, very important. You don't want anyone to be with you um not 100%. Hi, Teresa. Yes, the twin flame journey is brutal at times. Yeah, of course. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. You see, missing is a positive emotion. Missing, yearning, those are, and you will know it, like when you miss a person, there's like bolts of love being released, to the universe, to your surroundings, and that love is what's going to bring your twin flame back to you. Yes, Simona, being friends, it's really good because this is a wonderful opportunity to get to know each other, but you need to give it time for your person to open up. Yes, Amy. Yes, yes, yes. The human nature of self doubt is the biggest challenge in this journey. That's why you have to have a strong belief system, like with the universe or something. Not belief, like you have to have faith in something. You cannot be relying on external sources all the time. You have to find the guidance within, and that's the only way to tackle self doubt. Because if you're constantly feeling, or is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? Then you're just making that self doubt grow. And self doubt is very natural, and that's why we're on Earth. Earth is a self doubt density planet, and if you don't have self doubt, then you're not on Earth. Earth is famous for that. So it's about overcoming self doubt. It's about finding ways and measures to work on it. Hi, Lisa. Kimberly has a question. What would you suggest? Where would you suggest someone starts on their personal journey? It really, really depends on what you love. I personally like connecting with the community, volunteering stuff. So that's a good place if you're interested in that too. Some of my clients love doing art, so they paint a lot. Some of them are like exercise people, so they are going on constant hikes, like scuba diving. They go on adventures. See, when you do things like that, like extreme sports or volunteering, you take your mind off your journey, and when you do that, you're actually becoming whole because you're engaging with the community, engaging with society, you're engaging with universe. When you are happy, when you're in love, you vibrate so high, um, and that like shoots you up on your personal journey to an extreme high level. Isabella, you wrote sorry advice. Would you like advice? Teresa, and is it possible to choose to be with another person rather than your TF? I've seen conflict. Of course, this is a free will universe, guys. Just because you're born in the same cosmic egg or your soul is split into two, you're not. Like, look, and remember the movie Hancock, that's a classic example of a twin flame situation. But the divine feminine actually gets married to a different person, a soulmate possibly, and she has a family, and so there's nothing wrong at all. Like, see, that's what I feel like in the many readings I'm doing. Like, people are so obsessed with just being with their twin. It's not about just being with your twin. You can be with anyone. It's not like a destination or some sort. But of course, your heart will be always headed towards the direction of your twin, because vibrationally, you guys are one. So that energy signature it's like a magnet situation. You will always be drawn to your twin, but you can be with anyone. There's so many twins who are married to other people but still have relationships as friends, and not everything has to have a romantic notion. So yes. Hi, Kayla. Hello. I hope you're well. Hi, Lisa. Hello. You're welcome, Isabella. Kayla, will my TF be open and honest about his feelings for me? Yes, of course he will be. You guys have been on a journey for quite a long time. So definitely, definitely that is happening very soon. Amy Louise. Ollie Yoli, thank you. You're welcome. Yes, Amy Louise says, yes, the detachment is a hard part of it. I really just want to focus on me. The signs and seeing his name, initials, and angel numbers are always there. Yes. So seeing signs is another big sign of confirmation from the universe. It could be anything, like even seeing feathers, like different colored feathers, numbers, and yeah. Detachment is really hard because you're designed that way. But you see, there's healthy detachment and unhealthy detachment. And with twin flame journeys, especially in the beginning state, it's very easy to be caught up in the romantic notion of the whole yin and yang. I found my perfect masculine or perfect feminine, and you just want to be with your person all the time, and that is unhealthy detachment, and it's going to blow off. And that's why often in the twin flame journey there is a separation phase, and that phase is when you deal with your shadow self. You deal because you see, the thing is, once you meet your twin, you're activating this spiritual aspect of yourself, and you're going to face the darkest parts of you, um like what you may thought never existed in you would start popping up. Like, you may never have anger issues, but suddenly you may be getting angry at everyone, so that was something repressed. So all that, and the same is happening for your twin, and that's the reason why separation phase can last for 6 months, a year, even 10 years, depending on how much you release. Lisa Marie, my twin and I in separation. I was wondering if you will open up to me about his feelings. Yes, sometime. Yes, Kayla, it's good stuff. Yes, Lisa, your twin is next to you, and I wanted to touch on that because you can actually be with your twin, feel your twin anytime, because his or her multi-dimensional selves are always around you, and you are there likewise. So, like, if you really want to have a conversation or you want to have some affection, always call out to the higher self. Like, I literally lay my twin like 3D blah blah and 5D. You actually, and sometimes you feel better talking to the 5D version of your twin more, because they are more in that spiritual realm rather than your 3D twin. But they're all the same person. It's just we are multidimensional beings, and that's just an expression in each level. So, yes, your twin is next to you. Keep focusing on that, and soon you would be seeing your twin, like a 3D version of your twin, like right next to you. That's how strong, it will start off looking like a hologram, and then soon you'll be able to touch and feel, and That is with the level of spiritual work you do, and you'll be able to manifest that. Hi, Regina. Hello. Hi, Rupali. Thanks. Thank you. Good to see you all here. I'm so happy that my fellow readers are here with me as well. So happy to see them always, and so happy to see all of you all too. Hi, Jill. Yes, you definitely did. Thank you for answering my. You're welcome. Yes, Lisa, you are right. They need to come at their time. They have to. You can't force it. Like, no matter how much you force it, it's just going to backfire. The more you're obsessed, the more you're detached, it's just going to blow up on your face. Hi, Rose. Okay, Lisa has a question. Will my twin open up to her? I think, you see, again, you are like, I have faith. You can't see it that way. All right. Do this vibration test, guys. Like, when you are truly detached, you won't even be asking this question, when. You won't be chasing timelines at all. Teresa says, I know I love Jay unconditionally. I also know I deserve better as well. I'm worthy of love, yet my heart continues to say Jay. Yes, of course, we are here on this free will universe and this free will planet. You can be with anyone. And not all relationships have to be romantic, guys. You can have friendships, you can have meaningful connections, and so it is okay to love your twin flame and be with someone else, like Hancock, like the movie Hancock. She was still married and she had a kid. But of course, the ultimate journey, you see, I don't even want to say ultimate journey, then it becomes the destination sort of thing. Okay, Isabella. Haha, English is not my first language, so sometimes the words get wrong. Oh, are you watching like a translated version? Yeah, definitely. Yes, Kayla, it is normal. It is completely normal. Everything that you're experiencing is normal. And it's normal too internally. I know a lot of people say that do I look crazy? Do I sound crazy to my twin? You don't actually. You're just over imagining it. Come on, normal people in love go crazy, go all out. So there is nothing different in a twin flame journey as well. Because it's all about spiritual growth and ascension, and so everything is normal. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Cyrona. Good to see you back again. That's good, Lisa, that you're seeing signs. That's very good. Yes, Kayla, you should stop running. See, it's always said when you stop running, the chaser stops. When you stop chasing, the runner stops. So the only way to break the runner chaser dynamic would be to someone needs to stop somewhere. Yes, Amy, feathers I see feathers all the time, like, and I used to wonder why. And you can actually Google, there's so many websites explaining the meanings of it, like white feathers, gray feathers, like different colored feathers have different meanings, but generally the sign would be, that the angels are near communicating. Oh, that's so sweet. And he started giving them to you. What a sign. It's like somehow he knows, they are special. Okay, Jill has a general question. How do you release the timing of the expectation of union? I think that's the one thing I'm struggling with, is letting go of the timing of the outcome. This is a struggle for a lot of people, because we are designed that way. Like when you incarnate in a human body, from the day we are born, like we have a clock sticking right at our face, so it's all about timing. So in order to shift away from that programming and conditioning, it's going to take a while. So you have to go to the root of it. Like, think about, why are we always looking at, like, time is an illusion. Time is man-made. There is no time. If you can detach away from the notion of time, you can actually detach away from the notion of timing as well. Because life is completely unpredictable. Today I'm alive, tomorrow who knows? You can't really put a timeline. That's the same thing. If you can't put a timeline to how long you would live, how can you put a timeline to when you'll be in union with your twin, right? But one thing I can say is, you will know when union is nearing. You will be completely happy with yourself. You'll be so in love with your life. You would have made sure that you have healed all relationships with other members of the family or friend circle. Everything would be smooth. you know you would just know. You would no longer be worrying. So these are signs that you're going to be in union. The moment you completely don't think about your twin is when you know that you're in union. And surprisingly, the universe will manifest the 3D version of your twin right in front of your eyes. So back to your question, to release the timing of the expectation of union is to release the entire concept. Like, you have to detach from thinking that you are on a twin flame journey. Why can't you just think it's just a relationship with your person? Why do you have to put that label? See, when you put the label twin flame, the pressure comes with it, and the pressure comes with it, union pressure comes with it, and then it all tends to, yeah, just see the person as, just an interest in your life. So that could be one way of releasing the timing of the expectation. Yes, Amy. Being grateful for the separation for growth. Yeah, you should give yourself time. You can't force a butterfly to become a butterfly, right? The butterfly has to go through all that larva, pupa, all that stages you learned back in school. So if you force a butterfly, the butterfly is going to die. So, like, forcing yourself to be in union with your twin, you're just going to create a lot of deaths for yourself. Yes. You see, it's different. Like, Kayla, you can look at it in different ways. But ultimately, you would know. So, going back to vibration, like, example, when you are feeling really happy, like, there is this significant vibration that you would be feeling. And I'm talking about, like, you just feel joy, you just feel bliss, you just feel bliss for no reason. So that is high vibration. And when you're at that state, whatever you think would manifest. But when you're in a state filled with nervousness and anxiety, that too would manifest, because every vibrational state has got a frequency that will actually craft your future. And that's the reason why, like, when I look into your Akashic records, I would see multiple timelines, and depending on your current vibration, whatever that's aligned will be the prediction that I would come about, like the strongest. So that's why it can be changed. So the moment you know, okay, this might happen in my future, you shouldn't be obsessed with that outcome, but rather focus on your present vibrational state. And if you want to shift the outcome, you can do it. Like, nothing is written. Like, people say destiny and fate, and all that is probably, when you come to earth, you come with a plan, but you can always change your plan. Nothing is fixed. Yeah, like, they're acting in ways because they are in a separate body, and you can't expect them to act in a way that. See, people get confused with the whole mirror thing. Mirror doesn't mean that they have to be exactly alike. Some twins are exact opposites to one another. One twin may be extremely talkative, another twin might be. They become perfect complements of one another, and how they act and behave, it's their own choice. Sometimes they know that you are their twin, but they may choose to be with other people, see other people, because they're trying to understand this connection. And when they go and date someone else, then they would realize, oh, the connection is not as strong as my twin, and then they come back to you. So you have to give them the freedom to be who they are and whatever they want to do. You see, again, it's up to them how they want to act. Yes, I know that, Amy. That happens as well. Yeah, because that does happen to a lot of twins as well. Sandra, what do you do if you believed you have harmed spiritually? Like, what do you mean? Like, harm yourself, harm others? then you have then either way you will need to find ways to clear it. I'm good, Jessica. Thank you. I hope you're well too. Rupali, any message for me from my twin, honey? I think your twin is very, very happy. Thanks to you and all the joy that you've been spreading. Your personality is so lively and bright. The moment, people just see you and connect with you, they feel so much happiness. And that's exactly what your twin is feeling. Like with Rupali, guys, I can give you an example. That's mirroring. So when I connect to her energies and when I connect to her twins' energies, they are perfectly in sync because they have both been really enjoying their lives and so yeah, that's your message, Rupali. That everything is good, everything is awesome, and keep doing what you do. Your cheery personality and whatever you do, and your twin is also doing in his own way, of course. So you can't think that your twin is going to be an exact mirror. You see, like example, um, your profession, right? Like uh, I'm a lawyer by profession. I can't expect my twin to be a lawyer too, right? But of course, he does take interest in law, and I have interest in politics too, and he takes interest in politics, which he didn't quite before he met me. So this could be like little mirror signs, and I wasn't so interested in things he was interested about, which I'm taking interest in. So that is also kind of mirroring, which I think Rupali is really good at doing. And Isabella, I am kind of new in this twin flame journey and I don't know so much about it. This year, my awakening journey began, and that happened right after I met my twin. His awakening journey just started. I'm wondering if reunion only happens when you are both awake. Ours does that not matter for the reunion to happen? Awakening, reunion, wow. You see again chasing outcomes. You see there are different kinds of twin flames, right? And you can always read about that in Featured. Like Featured, MJ has shared a beautiful article on the different types of twin flame connections. So, for some twin flames, like the monadic twin flames, one twin could be more spiritually higher than the other twin. So you can't expect your twin to be on the same spiritual level as you. And sometimes you may think you're on a higher spiritual level, but your twin may have figured these things out a long way long before you, but might just be staying silent. So union is not even about who awakens first, or union is about merging, guys. And merging is not only about getting married in the physical. Merging is about being in union on all dimensions, in Hinduism, in Indian mythology, they have got the perfect, like Shiva and Shakti. So it's believed that both their chakras are in balance, and their kundalinis actually coil up together, and that is the ultimate divine union. And it is believed and it's said that when all of the chakras have attained perfection, then you merge with your twin, you know. So if you want to connect that to a spiritual level, when you're at a certain frequency and your twin is at a certain frequency, it doesn't matter if they're in the same frequency, but if you're at that level where you are operating from unconditional love, then you will merge in all levels. And this is very true for star seed twin flames, because for star seed twin flames, usually this is your first birth on earth. So union is already pre-planned, unless unless with the whole extraterrestrial war, like intergalactic war that's going, if then things like that may be obstacles. But with starseed twin flames, you guys are always in union. It doesn't matter if you unite physically or not, because the moment you exit earth, you're going to be in union too. So but the thing is, it is usually part of the divine plan to be in union. And for starseed twin flames is you guys carry a lot of codes. So you unite at times when certain codes need to be activated. And our starseed twin flames tend to stay hidden because you are trying to get Earth to ascend, and it's part of the galactical protocol and stuff. For other twins, especially split twin souls, your suffering might be a whole new level, because it is again, and some of you may have incarnated on Earth many, many times, and you might feel more distant in terms of your connection to Source. Usually, pain arises when you are distant to Source or God or the divine, however, you might want to address it. And so, having said that, you may want to really look into the connection within yourself as to how things are going to go in your life. You definitely believe it, yes. Yes, Kayla, I'm not, yeah, guys, really, that's perfect. No, I'm not going to force it. Lisa, oh, I love my twin unconditionally. I've never felt this way before. Will my twin open up to me about his feelings towards me, please and thank you? Interesting. I stopped chasing. Yes, if you stop chasing, union is definitely near for you. But if you keep obsessing over the question about whether he's going to open up his feelings, then you're going to ruin any kind of union. Yes, yes, Jill, the label needs to go. I feel like the thousands of readings I've done, people are just obsessed, and they are not happy when they get a soulmate connection label, for instance. But why can't you be happy? Like if your twin hasn't manifested yet, and your twin is going to manifest, why can't the person that you asked me to read about be your soulmate? And soulmates are special too. In fact, soulmates are wonderful connections, and a lot of people have multiple soulmates, and soulmates are not necessarily romantic connections. So people have that wrong notion that, oh, soulmate, I need to get married, blah blah blah, I need to be in a relationship. Soulmate can be anyone, could be your parent, could be your children. A soulmate is basically your mates, on a soul level, and mates means friendship, not necessarily a mating mate. You see, hitting rock bottom, or it is all about healing your shadow self, and our readers offer amazing readings on inner child wounds, shadow works, and you guys have to take a look at it, because you see, like when Saruna, you say it's not fair, it's easy to be hopeful when things are well. The thing is, you should be hopeful when you're in rock bottom as well. You can't always you that means you're chasing a particular high. You want to be happy all the time, and as humans, you can't be happy all the time. Then you're probably on drugs or something. It's impossible. Like every day we go through thousands of thoughts and feelings and emotions. Every interaction has got a certain vibration that's released, um like from the work you guys do to, so you and what does it mean that when things are going well? Thanks, Lisa. I love my energy too. Ollie, I feel a bit guilty being with my husband soulmate and be crazy about my twin. On a spiritual level, you don't have to feel guilty. It's okay to be crazy about your twin and also be with your husband at the same time. As long as your husband doesn't know, it'd be fine. And if he's open enough to understand that, it's even better. But if he's not open, then you should just play it cool, and just keep your twin to your thoughts. Jessica, if your person whom you claim is your twin and is only purging out pain, then it might not even be a twin flame connection. It could be a karmic connection. So guys, karmic connections and twin flame connections may look very similar, but with twin flame connections, you are actually headed towards ascension, whereas in karmic connections, you are actually clearing out karma. So often, people may be confused about that. Hi, Henry. Are there any messages from my twin Hugo for me? Oh, I'm getting a lot of sweet messages from Hugo. Hugo says he loves you. He loves you on all planes of existence. Hugo has such a sweet energy, such a bubbly personality. And I think he says, don't give up on us. Keep believing in this journey, and that Hugo will always be there for you. That's what he says. And I think that's your message. Hi, Regina. I Okay, Regina's question is, I don't know if I have a question as I feel peaceful, but I feel I may ask you about a message. Yes, of course, please go ahead. Whatever it is that you want me to ask. I mean, you want to ask me. Lynn, is anyone else connection going off on here? I think my side, the internet is fine. Unless you're talking about connection with your twin flame. Oh, Isabella, yes, life is really good, and especially when there's interaction going on. um, it's always better when it goes with the flow. Okay. Lynn, is my twin doing his work? Yes, I believe your twin is doing his work. But the thing is, you need to give him time to do work in his own timing. And of course, he has his own challenges. He's dealing with shadow issues. And so just keep sending him love. Be fine. Amber, what are James' current feelings towards me? Will I hear from him soon or see him in person again soon? Yes, you will. Just keep manifesting that. You're welcome, Henry. Your twin has such a beautiful personality. I'm so glad. You guys both have such beautiful energies together. It's beautiful. Jessica, purging pain, like how separation happened and all, but he has still. Okay, I'm going to read this question out again. Purging pain like how separation happened and all, but he has still that love. How to spot that whether it's a twin or karmic? I feel he hasn't healed yet. Okay, okay, karma is a very earth-based concept. So if this is your first life on earth, you can rule out karmic partners, okay? So then you know your connection is your twin. And with star seeds and star seed twin flames, if you go to other readers, you're always going to get mixed messages because your connection is protected by the Galactic Council. I know I sound very United Nations, but that is true. So that's why for star seeds, twin flames, going to human readers might be interesting because not all have access to the Galactic Council's agenda. So in that way you might be getting, so what happens is, for a lot of star seeds there are layers and layers that are given as protection so that people can't read you. So if you go seek about a question about your twin, you may be getting answers that don't make sense. So that's why I would always say, star seeds, please avoid psychic readings, especially for those, this is your, like, this is my fifth incarnation on earth, and that is the reason why I'm quite connected with the universe, and I I'm able to see and know what is happening on the other side. So to me it's more of like a backward thing, understanding earth is my challenge. And just like how understanding about star seeds and the universal concept might be a challenge for others. So for those who have incarnated here many, many times, you guys have to really. So for those who have had many incarnations on Earth, karmics are very, um, karmics are very common. So you may be having quite a number of karmics, and that's the reason why you may need to go through many relationships before you find your twin. And for some, you are married to your twin because this is like your first, or you may be connected to your twin, but you might still have a lot of soul connections. So that is how you actually see. So you're trying to identify yourself. So going back to your question, how do you differentiate between a twin and karmic? I think you should connect your soul journey and find out where you're from, what is your soul history, and then you'll be able to find out. And that's the reason why an Akashic Records reading, you'll be able to very easily identify whether this person is a karmic or not. Yes. Isabella, does my twin have any message to me? Actually, your twin is quite silent at the moment, so no messages. So let your twin figure things out, hun. Shayla, I don't know why your video won't play. Maybe you could try refreshing it. Oh, Amber, you're most welcome. I am really enjoy doing live. It's really fun. Regina, is there a message from Spirit I need to hear? I feel there's something. Yes, I'm actually getting a lot of messages from Spirit to you. Spirit is saying that you are such an amazing person, and Spirit is saying that you should so do the live videos, and that your videos are amazing, and not only on the human level are fellow humans happy at your videos. I think the universe is also clapping on this, on the progress you have made in life, and the healing video you shared recently, they're very proud of it, and they want you to do more of it. So I think that is the message. Besides that, Spirit is also asking you to travel. I don't know what they mean by travel, but I think they want you to go and explore certain parts of the place that you're living in at the moment. They're asking you to go into that adventure exploring mode. They say that you will feel more recharged if you do that. So these are the two key messages I get for you, Regina, from Spirit. But like your spirit guides are extremely happy. Like they are so happy. I feel their vibration and their vibes. It's so lively. And they said the rest of the messages they will tell you directly. Yeah, I think they've got some personal messages for you as well. So just connect with them. I'm just going to have a look if I missed any questions. Okay. Jill, I feel that my person is my twin, but the other day I was thinking it doesn't matter if they are my twin because deep down I know they are one. This gives me yes, then go for it. Like if I mean your truth, your analysis of your life is the most profound of anyone else. Like everything else is secondary. Only you know best about your own soul and life. Everything else is just guidance. Yes, yes. I think you're getting a lot of messages. I'm so excited for you. Yeah. And guys, it's Thanksgiving, so keep giving thanks to your readers. They're working so hard, and channeling is not easy. It can be so tiring. And every time we do a reading, it can be so tiring and draining. And just think about it. Like, if you have to do an assignment or write a report and work, how tiring can it get? Same thing with psychic work, like every time, especially connecting with people on an energetic level is not necessarily um, easy. So, yeah, keep giving thanks. The more you give thanks, the more appreciated all of the readers feel, the more readings we will all do for you. Yeah, and please stop asking the same questions about timelines. I mean, I can predict timelines, and I have predicted timelines in the past, but it's not the timeline that is the the most important thing in the journey. And that's why learning about yourself is very vital. Like you meet your twin, you have an activation, and after that, it's about the work you have to do within. And And for starters, it's by googling. Like, read a lot. Like, reading a lot will actually expand your knowledge, and when you read a lot, you will have different opinions and suggestions, and then you would form your own opinion and suggestions. So instead of getting fixated on a truth, or like how some of the tweens I worked with, they would say, "Oh, I keep trying to follow that seven path process. You meet and you go into separation, and you can't. It's just a general, like, someone wrote about it because it's something that's general, and each twin flame journey is unique. Some of you are on intergalactical missions. Some of you are here after many lifetimes to unite with your twin. Some of you are just here to meet your twin flame, be friends with them, and then go about with your own lives. So, but again, going back to the article I wrote, for those of you who were not born with your twins, you can always call out to your twins and they can come in through a walk-in. Hi, Isabella. Yes, let me read out Isabella's comment. Yes, that's true. I do tarot reading and reading people, so I know how much energy and time you're all giving. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for helping people. You're most welcome. Like, our readers are really like superhumans. Because all of us really care about all of you, and and being and that, you see, that is something you guys can do as well. When you all asked me, how can I focus on myself? Like, you can focus on yourself by focusing, like going to an old folks home, helping them out, going to a there's so many things, there's so many ways you can contribute to society. Think about all the old people in old folks home. All they want is someone to talk to them. They are not out there for money or anything. They just want someone to come and say hi to them. And you can devote like an hour of your time per week to go and see old people, or even children. There's so many orphanages in the world. You can always go and visit the children and find out how this young generation are, and things like that. Service to humanity is one of the profound pathways to attain enlightenment or union. See, union with self is what becomes union with your twin flame. So you have to unite with yourself. So your kundalini within has to merge within yourself. So usually the serpent is seated on your spine, right? It has to go up to here. And when it goes up to here, everything will expand, and you will no longer chase timelines, or you won't even see your twin as a person. Your twin is like everything. It's like that movie Transcendence, like he's everywhere. Oh wow, it's going to be an hour. I really enjoyed this. So I'm going to take a few more last questions, and I'm just going to see if I missed anything. Hi, Marin. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Um, there is another question from Jessica. Sometimes I question about my twin flame journey because it looks difficult. Like, I feel detachment, but they're still in my mind, and hate. Okay, so detachment doesn't mean removing your twin from your mind completely or your heart completely. Detachment is, my twin is in my heart, but I am not obsessed with uniting with my twin or forcing my twin into a relationship, but rather, yeah, my twin and I are one, and we are existing in this universe. So, yeah, and that is healthy attachment, actually, and detachment. Will SPF and I communicate again? Yes, I think, but it's going to take a couple of years. That's what I'm feeling. Because at this time, the projected timeline for you is a couple of years. Unless you change the way you vibrate, then maybe it might bring it down to maybe 6 months or a year down. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up um, this live. So I'm going to just say that. Every connection is special, be it karmic, soulmate, twin flame, whatever. There are billions of labels across the universe and the galaxy. Every connection with another person is unique and needs utmost respect. And that's the reason why there is a term called namaste. And namaste means my soul greets your soul. So, in that way, that level of soul recognition in everyone is vital to your own ascension process. You see, before a lot of people meet their twins, they actually go through massive spiritual awakenings themselves, you know. And the divine masculine, especially, they might have had that romantic notions of love, but prior to meeting their twin flame, they might completely stop believing in it because they might have gone through terrible experiences with karmics and soulmates. So they would come to a point where they are like, there is no true love. And that is the time they will meet their twin. And this can work for divine feminines too, vice versa. So, having said that, a twin flame journey is as special as every other journey in the universe. And for those of you on the journey, good on you. For those of you who want to be on the journey, pray to God, ask the universe, and your twin will be on the next flight in. I mean, through a walk in. And so ultimately, work on yourself, try to understand the difference between attachment and detachment. What is healthy attachment and what is healthy detachment, and vice versa. Unhealthy attachment is actually obsession. And when you're obsessed, damn, you are out of alignment. And that's when you have to really go to like, you really got to go and meditate, to get. And a lot of twins face that state of obsession at a very early stage. And that's the reason why, again and again, I've repeated this earlier in the video, that separation stage lasts longer due to that obsessive feeling. So the faster you can deal with that, the quicker you will come in terms with your twin flame journey, and everything will be bliss and you will be in union. And union is not necessarily reuniting on the physical 3D level. Union is merging on all multidimensional levels, guys, and you will know it when you get there. Okay, so if you guys are interested in a personal reading, you guys can always go to my file. And all our readers do amazing readings as well. So check out everybody's files for paid personalized reading. And happy Thanksgiving. And I will join you guys again soon in the future for a live discussion. So I'm going to wrap up because it's going to be 5 a.m. and I have to start getting ready to go to work. So have an amazing day, guys. I think for different listeners, guys on different time zones. So whichever part of the day you are, continue having an awesome day. Love you all and take care. And I'm going to say bye bye. Oh, okay, Amber says something. 11 people watching right now. 11:11 is my thing. I've also been seeing 11. Yes, yes, 11:11 is amazing. All right, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Bye bye.